We are live here at Reg Bartley Oval for the preliminary final. Unexpected, the Glebe Gorillas, dressed in their red, will be battling against the unbeaten in the league all year, Dunbar Rovers. But there is one big change for Dunbar. Their keeper ain't a keeper, he's Irish, and all Irish people can be keepers as well, we know that. But the Gorillas surely will be wanting to have shots on goal to test him out early. And we have been blessed as well by a former national coach of China being with us here tonight, along with Dave Lee as well, who never managed anyone really except the Gorillas, but he's done a really smashing job this year whilst he's been injured. Vlad, the referee, in the middle, about to blow his whistle, and Donny about to kick off for the Gorillas. I'll go through a list of the player names in a moment, but it's the Gorillas that are playing a 5-3-2 with Brian O'Rourke on the ball and battling immediately. You'd expect nothing less from the Irishman, and it is the Gorillas getting forward. They don't have their main man, and that's the early effort. That is the shot on goal that you were expecting from the Glebe Gorillas, and the keeper in goals for Dunbar, an Irish guy, I understand, or well, not a very Irish name, it's Ryan de Courtois. Maybe he's not Irish at all, maybe he is a keeper, and he did get down well to that one. Didn't hold it though, but we will be asking questions of him, and that's from the Gorillas, as the fireworks from the fans in the distance are coming, and it might well be a chance for the Gorillas to have some fireworks tonight as well, as Butterick puts it in, and the big man Jefferson was almost on top of that, and trying to play out from the back. Paul O'Gorman, the number 3, just plays it to Omar and can't get it under control, but the Gorillas are battling in the middle, and they will continue to be battling. Thunder and lightning here in Rushcutters Bay. It has been a windy afternoon. I was coaching kids early on, and the kids of the future in Australia have some future. Australia has some future in soccer and in futsal as well. The skills that they are developing at the early ages are absolutely phenomenal. Maradona turns, Ronaldinho turns, the Ronaldo chop. It's absolutely all gorgeous, and we'll continue with naming the Dunbar Rovers team. Again, they're unbeaten all year except for the semi-final versus Coogee that occurred last week, where they did lose their keeper, their regular keeper. Number 2 is Torin Didenko. Number 3, as I mentioned, is Paul O'Riordan. As the ball comes in, won by Stewart, and Donny's trying to get onto it. He flicks it on to himself. No foul given by the referee, and Stewie comes in, doesn't play any of the ball, and will be a free kick straight up there for Dunbar Rovers. Tim Bowman is their number 9, and he's been one of the top strikers in the ESFA Premier League for the past decade, and looking to put this in. His son is an absolute class player. This is Craig Trotter putting it in towards Omar. He wins that one, falls to Dunbar at the edge of the box. Have an effort, and that's over the bar. These are Gaelic football type goals, but there won't be any points allocated by our referee Vladimir for that effort from Dunbar. Their captain, the number 10, is Regis. Number 11 is Jules Norton-Seltzer. Number 13 is Barry Edward O'Sullivan. Number 14 is John Liam Latimer. Number 15, he's just taken that free kick, was Craig Trotter. Jack Davidson is 16. Loic Pires is number 17. He's their striker. Dunbar seems to be missing a couple of numbers on their shirts, and one at least. The grey-haired player in the middle, I wonder has he come from the 45s? I did commentate on them. I did comment on them afterwards when I met Mr. Stewart. He was playing 6 aside. Stewie comes in and wins that one. It could have been a header. It's played down the line and flicked over by the number 32 over Akeem, and tackles are flying in from the Gorillas. There was nothing about that in the team talk, but it goes without saying, just flying in, not letting anything get past them. Stewie at the back there, and Akeem absolutely class. Samuel Beale is their number 20. 22 is Michael Seeley. as an extra ball comes down. Ian Dowie is 25 and Aaron Dunn was the one that flicked it over. Hakeem in the defence for the Gorillas. It's a corner and he looks to be taking a throw in. And it's just a bit silly really from Aaron Dunn. He might be a good winger, but wasn't a smart thing to be doing there. Nobody was moving for the ball from Dunbar or the Gorillas as Omar lets it back into a dangerous area. Again, he needs to be putting his neck behind those heads, and it's a couple of chances for Dunbar. Best chance, however, has come to the Gorillas in this early stage of this preliminary final at Rushcutters Bay Reg Bartley Oval.
Ed, it's coming to you, mate.
Andreas plays it long. Dunbar trying to control it in the middle. Good little flick there. Comes to the grey-haired gentleman, of which I don't know his name. O'Rourke trying to turn in the middle. That's a decent pass. He was getting a bit of berration from his teammates, and he'll be looking to pass it easier now. Gets it into feet to Swanee going forward on the right hand side. He's been missing for a couple of weeks for the Gorillas. I think it was his daughter's birthday, and then his missus had planned a trip away. Wasn't able to make the last game of the season, which was against UNSW, nor the game against Glebe Wanderers. Dunbar looking to break down the left hand side, and I have noticed that one of their fantastic players, and he did play for the Gorillas for a couple of years when we did win the Resi final against Phoenix, an absolute cracker of a game. It was 5-5 at Hensley after extra time, and the Gorillas went on to win that on penalties, and Paddy Millington Buck was playing for the Gorilla Resis that time, and he has been part of the Dunbar Rovers squad, and he's not in the squad tonight. Looked like an offside, and ball comes in as a shot to Andreas. Lino didn't see it that way. Slide in from Dunbar, and Omar wins that challenge well, and a little bit of time, and Dan Butterick is on his bike. I've been calling him Butter Nick. His real name is Butter Nick, and his daughter is here with him tonight. She was at the last game as well, as he tries to slide it in. Breaks to a decent effort at the edge of the box. I think that was Donny possibly on the ball. Might have been the captain, Eduardo Di Elario. Decent effort, and Gorillas are punching not above their weight here. They're punching punch for punch against Dunbar Rovers. I'm not a chick like. Dunbar trying to pass it out calmly from the back. It is a beautiful pitch here, Reg Bartley Oval, and used to be the home pitch of Dunbar Rovers. As Stewie tries to keep that in, can't keep it in, and Craig is looking to play that one long, and Omar is leaving a player in behind him there, and is just coming out to the left wing. Throw in for Stewie. Does have a long throw in, and I'm not sure if he wanted to give away that secret so early on in the game. And Butterick is in, he's ahead of the defender, and he has a little chip. Goes to the right hand side and wide, can't connect on target, but not a bad effort, and he did nick inside. And Gorillas are without their top striker and top goal scorer for the first half at least, or until he can get a babysitter or his wife does come home from work. That will be Patrick Summerfield looking to come back on. And we did hear the Chinese national coach, or former national coach, that was here a moment ago for the beginning of the game and for some photos, was saying that he was a quality player, that he'd heard about Patrick Summerfield in China. Don't be surprised if Summerfield gets called up to China. And Gaz Burns' first time on a pitch in about 3 weeks. He's not going to make it, I think. He's not going to make it. It's the first time anything has gotten away from Gaz Burns, and it doesn't get away from him. He's kept it in brilliantly there, and it doesn't blow onto the pitch, and he treats it like the piece of rubbish it is and puts it in his pocket, as he has done to defenders for years in the shirts of Glebe Gorillas in the purple, red and sometimes black. Long ball from Dunbar, and first test here, good touch and a good turn by Swanee. Good to have him back in the team. Tries to link up with Scott Hasselgrave, who was banned for the semi-final. And shot comes in, hits the upper bar, and will be a goal kick. A difficult one to read for referees. It is a challenge to understand if it is the upper bar or the lower bar, especially in these lights. Donny got up and Olin couldn't get onto that ball. Craig playing it down the line, and it's over Stewart. Slight contact on the striker for Dunbar. Got options in the middle and back post and late arrivals as well. It goes into the box, and big Jefferson gets an important letter, and Olin tries to flick it on and try and keep it, shouts for a handball, and referee does give that. It was difficult to see.
Jeff, time.
Guys, this slip is a long way somewhere. Yeah.
Could you bring it?
Yeah.
Where's your setup? Where's your bag?
Around here, but it was around my back as well. All that going on in the early stages are hopefully going to have enough battery for this first half, and who knows, I might be coming on in the second. Gorillas doing well so far, keeping it at parity, and no decision given there by the referee, none called by the Gorillas. And Ed plays it straight into Stewie's path, and he tries to put it down the line, and it was outside of the boot. Tough for a left back to do. It's tough for him to be in that position in the first place. Straight into Omar, who just lays it off to the big man at the back, Jefferson, who joined the Gorillas just before the deadline day cut off, and what an addition he's been. It's been tough to lose Gaz Burns, it really has, but when we have Jefferson in the back there, Gorillas putting it across here. Donny was free, and Dunbar somewhat panically just clear their lines, and I believe that'll be a throw on the far side. Stewie won't come over and take that one. Possibly a corner. Players are acting that way. Gorilla is looking to slow it down as much as possible. Dunbar are playing with a bit of a wind here, and the Gorillas know from half time that they're going to get better. They will get better, so if they can weather this storm or better, they'll be in a favourable position in the second half. But that's a bit away yet to be talking about it, another 32 minutes or so. Butterick plays it in, a good ball against the wind, flicked on by a red shirt. Dunbar trying to clear, throwing legs at it, and importantly, and Stewie's got someone on his right hand side, but Omar's put sufficient pressure on it. Stewie looks favourite to win this one, and does win it. He made the right decision. He could have tucked over and looked at the free man in the middle. He didn't. He decided to stay on the left hand side, and will be a throw in for Craig to take for Dunbar Rovers.
Boys, you don't need to go so deep.
Craig looking for options, and he want that one back. It's a lovely touch. The shout was a man on, played outside of the boot to the left back. Slide offside, no call, and it's over and wide. Not the quality you would expect to see from Dunbar Rovers. No look, guys. Guys, no look. It might be under a bag or something. It just saves me more than this. What are you looking for now? My longer charger.
Andreas. Donny, come over. Ed, come over. Dan, anticipate this one. Dan, not the phone.
Ed got a little push in the back, nothing given by the ref, and Craig plays it forward and flicked on, and a chance for the striker to come out. Jefferson just plays it to another Dunbar player. Cross comes in, needed to be won by Swanee and was, and Scotty will try and make amends for that red card a couple of weeks ago against UNSW and does a little bit there. It's late tackle there on the right back for the Gorillas. Throw in given. Give up, Johnny?
No, look.
Put your charger on the pod.
That's it. Well done, Johnny.
Sleep.
Now, Johnny, over you come. You sorted?
Yeah, maybe think outside the box, that's fine, Johnny.
Well done.
Let's take the leg. Thank you. Solved out the charging problem, hopefully, as Dunbar looking to break again here. They'd love to get on the ascendancy. The first 20 minutes are vital for both teams here. Stewie wins that header and came in straight away. Donny takes control excellently. Look to play it long, that's not a bad... Well, if there was somebody running up there, it wouldn't be a bad ball. He just needs to get forward and keep that shape again, and Stewie needs to be aware of what's around him in the middle, and so does Jefferson, to be honest.
Inside ya. Attack. Man on, Brian.
O'Rourke dispossessed and breaking down the line here. Number 10 for Dunbar. Trying to square it up with the striker and turn back in, unlucky. That's a decent effort, and O'Rourke will have to be a bit tidier in the middle of midfield. Number 10 was their captain, that's Regas Terragiol. 32 who crossed that in was Aaron Dunn with the tricky skills on the right wing for Dunbar. Scotty flicked on by O'Rourke, and Butternick was in an offside position. There were two good flick-ons. He needed to be aware of where he was.
Inside.
Ryan de Courtois looking for a long ball somewhere. You would think a team like Dunbar, that's a good distribution by Ryan in goal. Stewie trying to put in a break. A goal kick.
Well done, Stewie.
Lino was right on top of it. I thought that could have gone the other way. It's very well spotted by the coach of Dunbar Rovers. He's 15 minutes into the game and he's just noticed that. That's Lee. He is a quality coach. I did start with him in the all-age ones for Dunbar about 13 years ago, and the manager left. Lee and I were both players, and then Lee stepped up to be the manager. I was asked what I like to be, and I said, no, I'm here to play. It took me a few more years to become a manager after that. Lee has gone on to the super heights of coaching the state champions Dunbar Rovers over 35s, of the absolute quality that they have. And Stewie's under a lot of pressure here, and Dunn trying to break down the line, and Omar could have been into him a little bit earlier there. Good cross in, but you won't get it past Jefferson too easily. Butternick looking to flick it on to nobody there, and Gorillas need to get a foothold on the ball at the moment. Coming towards Stewie, it won't go out, and Donny needs to look for it. Omar's inside.
Keep the ball.
Good ball by Omar, nicely by Butterick, and Scotty is with him, and Donny's on the ball now. They are the Gorilla strikers, and they are very far back, but they're keeping on the ball, and there is a slight pull on him, and he's still going. Donny, absolutely class. He'll have an effort here, and was a difficult effort, but the power from Donny Corbett busting through 3 of the Dunbar Rovers defenders there was absolutely class. 20 minutes gone, and you heard it from Dave on the sideline, Dave Lee. It is a last name that sounds Chinese, but he is not Chinese. There was the Chinese head coach down with us earlier on, and Lee has stepped into his shoes. Courtois plays it out. Slight late tackle there, Aaron Dunn on the ball, and we do have an injury, possible injury for one of the Gorilla players. He's up again, that's Scotty Hasselgrave, and good tracking back from Donny. Craig plays it down the line. Lino isn't looking in the right position. She was waiting for him to touch the ball. Maybe it's out of play, and referee is just going to speak to her.
Offside up here then. Lad, if it's offside, it's up here.
Offside, good.
It's up here.
From where he touched the ball. Where he touched the ball.
It's not offside when they touch the ball, it's where they're...
Sure. All the refs are wrong, are they? Get with it. Offside given, and it was until the player touched the ball, as is the rule, the law of the game. A lot of players don't know that. Clear push in the back of O'Rourke there, and difficult for the referee to see, and O'Rourke gives a bit of a bark towards Vladimir in the centre. He just accepts it. Stewie looks to stay here. It is flicked on to Dunn. He is a quick player. Stewie's very quick and hard as well. Over hit by Dunn. It's coming towards Swanee. It is a wide pitch, Red Bartley Oval. Throw into the Gorillas. Throw into Omar. Looks to turn. Needs to do it a little bit quicker. Play back to Swanee. Plays it down the line, and they have 2 up front, but they're both playing in opposite wings, and it comes back to Ryan de Courtois, and he's trying to pass it round.
Boys, we're fine, Glebe, we're fine.
He is a confident player in goals. He's not looked unlike a goalkeeper at this early stage, and Omar comes in to win, and O'Rourke is under a little bit of pressure, plays it back to Akeem. Donny was looking to maybe go in behind, and I think Akeem was looking to do that in the first place as well, and Johnny told him to come to feet, so it fucked up the situation.
It's gone.
And a big thanks again to Johnny O'Driscoll, Kilmac Civil, for sponsoring the Glebe Gorillas this year. The Glebe Gorilla A's. It's been absolutely class to have Johnny on board and Kilmac Civil, and I hope we're doing them proud being in this prelim final. Good halfway through the first half. Akeem plays it long towards Donny. He's beaten in the air, however. Flicked on by Eduardo. Craig trying to play it out wide. Received by Craig, I should say, and he's looking for Dunn outside. Dunn takes it under close control, plays it over, and Omar heads it on to Stewie. He did the right thing, he was under pressure, just plays it long, and Donny tries to get in there.
Look at Ed first.
I think it was Jules who was tackling, and Scotty's trying to slow it down and keep possession a little bit for the Gorillas. Dunbar are pressing at the right times. Their team talk was about a good 20 minutes from what I noticed when I first arrived here. They talked and they organised, and the quality of their coach Lee as well has definitely been shown in the way that they've been unbeaten throughout this men's over 35 Friday night competition during the league, as Omar takes a touch after it's headed on from Jefferson, looking for a run, and played over the top to an onside this time, Butterick, and he is quick. Tries to find feet with Scotty. Scotty might have an effort here. Turns back, he's got Omar outside him. Butterick plays it in, flicked on, outside the box to O'Rourke. Plays it to Donny in an onside position. Puts a dangerous ball in on goals. Keeper De Courtois got down well to save it. Not a major spillage either. And that throw as well definitely shows that he is a keeper. They probably have taken him in from other leagues or other teams within Dunbar, I should say. They do have a lot to choose from, and what a quality player, what a joy to have a sub-keeper such as de Courtois. Slipped there by one of the Dunbar players, and I think he's got a free kick. Do have an injury in the right back position for Dunbar, and they're going to hold up play a little bit. Gorillas are somewhat baffled of why that was a free kick, and Andreas Barasimois is trying to organise his wall of one at the moment. It is a dangerous place. Any little flick on in here could be detrimental to the Glebe Gorillas. Coach Lee has come on, and that means that player unfortunately will have to go off the pitch for a short time and possibly a longer time.
The guy touches it, it's a free kick. What? There's no advantage there, the offside's up here.
It's where he touches it. Substitution for Dunbar Rovers as the free kick is looking to be put in on the far side. Andreas is on his toes in the middle.
Andreas, who are you?
Put in near post, and was a slide there from the big man Jefferson, and anywhere will do over the bar beside the post. Absolutely fine as long as it doesn't go in the top corner. Andreas probably had that one. Dunbar leaving two at the back. They've got everybody back for the Gorillas. Corner coming in here, and Omar's looking to win it. So is Akeem. Keeper punches it out and goes back in. Saved off the line by Jefferson. Stewie looks to play it out. Can't link up with him. It wasn't really a pass. He can't argue that much. Craig will take this throw. Dunbar down to 10 at the moment. 8 of them were forward, and Stewie putting sufficient pressure on there, lets the ball go out of play. And the wind is such a psychological advantage as well for a half-time team talk. It will be huge for the Gorillas to try and have efforts on de Courtois. But it's another 20 minutes for Dunbar Rovers to have efforts on the goal of Andreas and goals for the Glebe Gorillas. Push in the back was clear there, and referee seems to be allowing a little bit of the physicality. Akeem gets up to win, and Omar taking too much time to make decisions really, and that needs to go a little bit earlier. Ed flicks it on, intercepted. Nice ball inside, and Dunn versus Stewie, and Stewie will be able to see this one out. Comes off Stewie, and Dunbar trying to play a quick throw in. A little nutmeg on Stewie, and he does play it off the striker. Absolutely fine, and he gets a little round of applause there as well for what he did. Smart play from Stewie, good battling. Perez with the fair play for Dunbar Rovers. I wonder, is he French? Loic. Good kick out by Andreas. Throw in for the Gorillas this time. The lino has called it, but I'm not sure if the referee's going to overrule him. Throw in for the Gorillas. climbing all over the back, and we did have a little bit of an advantage, but it was too much of a foul, so the referee decided to call it up. Just under a half an hour gone here at Reg Bartley Oval, and Gorillas will take that absolutely. They've had a couple of efforts themselves. It's been a 50-50 game. They've not actually played against Dunbar Rovers at all in the league, would you believe? The Gorillas forfeited twice. They didn't have enough players. Do have enough players tonight, and they're putting it up to Dunbar Rovers, who are, as I mentioned, unbeaten all year. Coogee waiting in the final. Squared across, won by the Dunbar centre back. Plays it long. Jefferson against Perez. We've seen similar challenges in the middle for the Gorillas not getting free kicks, and you want to ask the question, what is the standard here? What are we calling? Dunbar with a bit of an advantage from that, trying to play it forward. Heavy touch, however, over towards Donny. He plays a great ball into O'Rourke. Absolutely cracking from Donny. And the Dunbar centre backs are doing a bit of karate. They're trying to play forward, and first time Andreas calls it and takes it bravely, throws it out to Butterick. Eduardo has gone up front, making that run, and he's favourite to win that ball, but won by the left back for Dunbar. It will be a throw into the Gorillas. Will just clear their lines again. They don't mind kicking it long, and they do have Perez, who is an extra quick player, trying to cut inside, play a ball inside towards Akeem, and I think Perez was injured there in that challenge. He seems to be okay. He's not saying anything, and nobody has said anything to the referee. Gorillas are just putting on pressure where it's needed, keeping their shape. Almost winning the ball back. Referee didn't call it initially, but the lino saw something from the other side, and it's good to see linos interacting with referees like that. When they see a decision the referee may not see. O'Rourke played it down the line, not a great ball, and he's getting berated again. That's the negativity from the boys in the Gorillas has to stop. They have to just accept things like that do happen. Dunbar have possibly another injury. Will be their throw-in. Everyone's on their feet again. Thrown down to feet, comes off Dunbar, still in play, and Jefferson just hits it first time. Played down the line to Dunn. Tries to flick it in. He's under pressure from Omar and Stewie.
Stewie, watch him in the inside.
Good touch, and Stewie was on it. He is tackled late actually, and referee will call for a free kick to the Gorillas as a result. Stewie, being the absolute gentleman that he is, saying, ref, just let him off. He's fine, and accepting, and it's all smiles here. And I often say it, if these guys did meet on holidays, they would be the best of friends. They'd be in some place like Santa Ponza or Lanzarote or Bali, more suited, and they'd go, oh, you play soccer? Yeah, where'd you play? Sydney, eastern suburbs, and you'd be best of mates. You wouldn't think it on the pitch sometime, but it was nice to see some of those smiles. And hands all over the back there, and I'm not sure what the referee can see, but it looks like a clear foul. There's pushing and forcing, there's bent elbows, it's not a straight hand, and we've seen fouls given the other way in this, so I am a bit bamboozled from that. De Coutois on the ball, looking for options, plays it into the middle, being told to turn out by Dunn from Dublin, claimed into Perez. he plays a loose ball, and Donny gets a little bit of tackle there on the way. If he'd gone down, he might have got a foul. He didn't go down and didn't get a foul. He's given away a throw-in to Perez, and Donny wasn't aware where he was. Omar comes in on top of him and forces Perez to play it long. Andreas just like to slow it down a little bit here, and it is Dunn that's gone into the middle, putting a little bit of pressure, so Andreas had to play the ball, and it is the Gorillas against the wind, slowing it down as much as they can, and they can't get frustrated. They need to encourage each other when things like that do happen. It is a swirling wind here, and Andreas tried his best to put it on ahead of the Gorillas. Buderick being told to do it by Scotty, playing it long. He turns back into a couple of Dunbar players. 4 of them got back due to that turn. He's still on the ball though, Scotty. Trying to link up with O'Rourke, and it's just behind him. He's in a good position as a cross comes in. Offside, not at all. It was just a goal kick flag that I saw go up there, and we do have another Dunbar player on the ground. Referee is coming over to ask a question, and it is a corner to the Gorillas. Good to see the referee actually coming over and speaking to his officials, not just a long range. Did you see anything there? And no, goal kick. Shouts from the Gorilla bench there. Did think it was a penalty. Not at all. It's going to be a goal kick, and I think that's the right decision. Referee took his time. He consulted, and he's getting a little bit of grief off the Gorillas, but it's not the end of the world. Good talking by Scotty in the middle. Brian gets up but just flicks it on. Dunn was on his bike. Cleared out nicely by Stewie. He's having a good game at the back. Dunbar very much one touch at the back. It's not just the Gorillas. Everyone seems to be clearing the lines. They do slow it down a little bit, Dunbar, and try to play the ball into feet when they can from the goalkeeper. But any time it's been played forward, they clear their lines straight away. I wonder how they conceded the goal against Coogee. Played in the middle towards Stewie. Donny wins it. He's got time to turn, leads it off to Hakeem, who's on the ball and looking for Omar, who's made a good run, and he's inside the defender. Bolan puts it out of play. Good ball by Hakeem, and Omar wins a throw in for the Gorillas. Just about. Thrown in long, not to the front post. Good touch by Buderick. Tries to turn a shot. Half cleared by Dunbar and more cleared now. That would have been nice had it been the call substitute for Dunbar, it seems to be. Dunbar do have a free kick, however, and he was just making sure, was the goalkeeper alright, the referee. Courtois looking for options onto the left hand side for Dunbar. So Reardon playing it down the line, can't find feet, however, and Gorillas can't do it either. Forward again from Dunbar. Perez plays it. It was marginally offside, and can't really see those perfectly unless you're reviewing them in VAR, and I can understand the lineup's point of view there. Ball comes in, Stewie gets up and Omar adds on to it, and Scotty just plays it out, and it needs to be a pressure from O'Rourke or Omar. They can't leave Craig with a lot of time. Donny gets to him firstly, and that's sufficient time. Perez flicks it on. Well won by Jefferson. We do have a slight injury for one of the Gorillas. That's Hakeem, who was on the ground. It's played long, and keeper will be totally in control of that, Andreas, for the Gorillas, and he'll take his time again. As soon as Perez turns his back, I'm sure he'll bring it elsewhere. His defenders need to get up when he kicks that. It's over the line again from Andreas. Not the end of the world. That's a good call from the coach, or from Dave Lee, who's on the sideline. Perez takes a touch, left-footed, under pressure, plays it in. Back to his captain, back to Perez again, looking to turn inside and play it left-footed. Good pass, and Omar can't make any contact with the defender there, and O'Rourke is looking to break it. Donny puts a lot of pressure on as well.